Oh, I really don't like this. Well, this is kind of nice. Folks, I get the sense this game is going to be absolutely horrifying. I'm trying to figure out why I'm hesitating here. Am I ready? We could play normal, the way the game was designed to be played, or hard mode. Enemies will spot you more easily, tinderboxes and oil are harder to come by, autosave is disabled, and saving your game costs tinderboxes. Losing your sanity will kill you. We'll go with designed to be played. I've never played this. Going on hard mode seems like an awful life choice. Here we go, folks.
Don't forget, some things mustn't be forgotten. The shadow hunting me. I must hurry. My name is Daniel. I live in London at Mayfair. What have I done? This is crazy. Don't forget. Don't forget. I must stop him. Focus. My name is... I am Daniel.
Well, I like the London shadow. Is that blood? A memento has been added to your journal. Follow the liquid trail and find its source. I'm gonna guess not doing that isn't an option. When grabbing an object, press right mouse to throw it. Oh, it looks like control. It's supposed to work with the controller. Sorry about the plant. Okay, the way this screen is moving is tripping me out. Press right to throw the door open or shut. A little janky. Ooh, what is that? Tinderboxes are used to light candles and other light sources in the environment. The current number of tinderboxes is shown in the inventory. Still doesn't work on the controller, but that's alright, I can get here. That's a tinderbox? Why does it look like a jar? Whoa! That is, okay, that's my sanity. That's my health. Oh, that's my journal. No notes. No notes. Can I not bring the candle with me? Alright. Nothing to be afraid of. Except fear. Why are you... Dude, you are tripping out. What was happening right here? Look how trippy he got. Sanity still looks good. Dude, are we drunk? Daniel, this is... Oh! Just a breeze. Just a breeze. Just gonna check out the breeze. Oh, I'm just really not okay with any of this right now. Can I drink this? Or just throw it? That's an option too. Yeah, so folks, remember this is apparently in London. This is what London looks like. I live here. I can tell you this is true. I live in a castle, actually. Though I have less issues with breezes. Folks, I don't like the pink stuff on the ground. Oh god, I hear stuff. I'm not okay with this, folks. Alright, should... Woo! Don't look, don't look, don't look, don't look, don't look. Oh, we're losing our minds. I'm losing my mind. Okay. Folks, we just don't look back. That's the trick. Ugh. Things aren't supposed to bleed this cup. Alright, we gotta... I'm hiring someone to fix these door jams. Folks, room clearing protocol is not good here. Alright, that's the way we're supposed to go. Okay, look back, we're clear. No monster jumped out to murder me. Ooh, a shirt. Oh, that's not helpful. Oh, I really don't like this. Well, this is kind of nice. Beware, standing in darkness, your sanity will slowly drain. Turn on the lights in the environment using tinderboxes or search for other sources of light. Slight headache. Okay, so that was to teach me about sanity. Oh, that's a suit of armor. That scared the piss out of me. Tinderbox. Oh, this is gonna be a long day, folks. Oh. Traveling to Dover meant going through Canterbury. He made sure to pay a visit to avoid the sense of guilt connected with neglect of family. I don't know what that means. Alright, I'm gonna pick up this book and nothing's gonna jump me. Marzenreich? Alright, we're just gonna hang on to this. Folks, a book of... Witnessing unsettling events will reduce your sanity. It can be increased by completing puzzles and making progress. Oh, this isn't awesome. I don't feel so great. Oh, that ain't right. How we doing, buddy? Kinda feel like we're not doing awesome. Ooh, what is this? Oh, you just... Dude, Daniel's ripped. Look how far we can throw these boxes. Maybe I should be worried about the sound throwing boxes causes. Ricky boy, what's going on? Oh god, it's so dark out here. Folks, we're chill. Everything's fine. We have a box of protection. Everyone knows monsters can't kill you if you're holding a box. I have a box! I'm gonna put it here for now, but it's still close by. I hate books. The written word in general just pisses me off. You've picked up the lantern. The lantern. When filled with oil, it can be turned on by pressing F or selecting it in the inventory tab. Okay. We have a lantern. Folks, I don't want to brag, but we have a lantern. Also, whatever we're following at this point has just an excessive amount of pink blood. But, reminder folks, we have a box. Okay. Just need to move my box, blocking the door. Oh, that door's gonna blow open. I have a light. I'm safe. I have a box and a light. I'm untouchable. Alright, we're gonna block that door. They've nailed the ambience, they really have. Ooh, what is that? Is that a rug? Can I light this on fire? That'd be a good idea. I'm gonna make a torch. So, this is not how you should make s'mores, by the way. Just... Like, when you're making s'mores, the appropriate way is, like, you want to hover it over the edges, get that nice golden brown. Anyone who makes s'mores by just, like, smashing it in there, just absolute insanity. Alright, apparently we're not making fire. Woo! Okay. The game's making me look here. Picked up oil, sure.
19th of August, 1839. I wish I could ask how much you remember. I don't know if there will be anything left after I consume this drink. Don't be afraid, Daniel. I can't tell you why, but know this. I choose to forget. Try to find comfort and strength in that fact. There is a purpose. You are my final effort to put things right. God willing, the name Alexander of Brandenburg still invokes bitter anger in you. If not, this will sound horrible. Go to the inner sanctum, find Alexander, and kill him. His body is old and weak, and yours, young and strong. He will be no match for you. One last thing. A shadow is following you. It's a living nightmare, breaking down reality. I have tried everything, and there is no way to fight back. You need to escape it as long as you can. Redeem us both, Daniel. Descend into the darkness where Alexander waits and murder him. Your former self, Daniel.
That is very interesting. Why would we choose to forget, but give ourselves the instructions of what we're supposed to do? So we caused the amnesia intentionally. I still don't understand the pink. Is that like us vomit? Because this looks like maybe the glass we... It's maybe the glass that we drank the potion from. I mean, there's a lot of potions in here. So I guess we drank the memory screwing up one. A lever. Secret door. Secret tunnel. Oh. Creepy secret tunnel. Why are there cockroaches? By the way, those sounds sound like Madagascar hissing cockroaches. Entrance hall. The door slammed shut behind him, and he knew he would never again see the old tailor at Berkeley Square. Another lone soul in London. Seemed appropriate somehow. Great. Oh god, they just taught us how to run. And we're out of oil. Oh crap.
Alexander, is it inside the castle?
In a manner of speaking. Come, bring the lamp. You've been to the refinery, have you not?
I don't believe I have. Is it connected to the... what did you call it?
The inner sanctum. My most precious chamber, Daniel. And it lies well beyond the refinery. In fact, it lies beneath the very stone of Brandenburg.
I don't think sane people see stuff like this. It is tough and pliant. It can't be torn by hand or tools. I suspect we'll have to burn it. We can check that hallway. We can check up the stairs. We will be looking for... We got a hallway there too. Alright, this is the entrance hall. I'm committing a map to memory here. Woo! This is probably a bad idea to check this, right? But heroes go towards the sound. I don't know, that's really narrow, left and right. If I look left, I'll get... You know what? She'll be fine. She'll probably be fine. I'm probably just hearing voices. There's probably no need to check on that. I mean, obviously this castle's completely abandoned. This castle is definitely screwed up. Tabularium? Ooh, would he count stuff there? Oh, I can jump. Alright, there's the archives. Making a mental note for that. Tinderbox. It's just the opposite side of this wall. Now, is this archives too? What was this? Old archives. Okay. Creating the map in our head. We gotta know what we're looking at here. To get past that, we will need a little bit of help. Oil, good. Oh, we have 2 oil. Oh, I see. There's the oil. I got it. Very good. Alright, we'll use that sparingly. Oh, cockroaches. It's a good thing I have a lot of exposure to hissing cockroaches growing up. That's not something that roused me up too much. Okay. We're gonna call that a mental block. And with a little bit of therapy, we're gonna work through this. You know, we're just seeing stuff, and that's okay. That happens to everyone. Cell of Venaria, wine cellar, and the laboratorium. I mean, if we're gonna do this, we're getting drunk first. I mean, I think wine makes everything better. It's locked and will not open without a key. What's the point? Daniel's note to self. We saw that. No diaries, mementos. Find the key for the wine cellar. Some sort of organic tissue blocks the path to the refinery. Can it be dissolved? Yeah, laboratorium. So we'll go to the laboratorium, make some acid. Maybe take some acid. Maybe we're on acid. That'd explain a lot. He fell to the kitchen floor. Tears were beginning to well in his eyes as he received the first kick in his stomach. Hazel remained hidden, in fear she too would be punished. Ooh! Nope. Oh, this place sucks. Folks, we can tell this place immediately sucks. We're gonna tinderbox that. Because I don't want to have to use too much lantern here. How do you break a railing like that? Remember, we can't stay in the darkness. This is not what a laboratorium looks like, folks. This is creepy. What? What was that? I'm in the light. What the hell? Well, they nailed the vibes.
There should be more coop rats.
Not a good time to hallucinate.
Let me see. And one part aquaforce.
Daniel, can we not? Buddy, can we not be drunk right now? I think we should be a little more careful about what we're putting into our body. Alright, it is literally impossible to tell when I'm hallucinating something and when there's actually something walking around. Head is pounding and hands are shaking. Yeah, I got that. This is my third attempt to produce artificial vitae. The former compounds lack the potency I need, but I sense I'm close. Calamine and orpiment are given and the cuprite binds them well. This time I will attempt aqua regia instead of aqua fortis and hope it will produce a more even solution. The experiment was unsuccessful. The solution is highly acid. Should be acidic, I think, but grammar in the 18th century, what are you gonna do? The solution is highly acidic and proves impractical to put to any use except as detergent. Organic tissue reacts especially violently to the solution and should be handled with the greatest care. I might be able to use the recipe, but I'm losing hope that I will find an alchemic solution to my predicament. Certainly solves mine if I can make it. Alright, aqua regia. Calamine and orpiment to bind with cuprite binds them. Aqua regia creates the acid I can use to open. And I got the chemistry pot. The lack of a chimney to properly vent the fumes from my most recent experiments has taken its toll on many of my less stable ingredients in storage. Some seem unaffected, but many are stained by the fumes and will be difficult to salvage. I shall do what I can and move them to the wine cellar. Okay, so the ingredients we need are in the wine cellar now. 4 different chemicals are needed to continue. You know, sanity as a mechanic makes it it's so difficult to tell if I'm losing my mind or if I'm actually seeing, you know what, this is, I can tell you right now, this is gonna bite us in the ass so hard. The number of times I am going to be just like cowering, going, oh my god, we're dying, and it's nothing. is going to be immediately followed by me going, oh, it's just the sanity, and then I'm going to turn around and something's going to murder me. Alright, so we need the key to get to the wine cellar, but we know we can come back here once we get the ingredients. The other children cheered him on, his name voiced in a steadily rising pace, urging him to do it. Am I really doing this? The young boy thought, and struck his victim with a rock. It certainly sounds like he's doing it. Keys in the archives, we get the acid. We open the way downstairs and to the tabularium. It's gotta be here. It's gotta be in the archives. A fragrant taste of rose lingered in his mouth. Turkish delights, he thought. Just like the ones at the consulate in Constantinople. Library. Well, that's fairly Latin for library, I think.
16th of May, 1839. The unflinching African sun has continued to plague our expedition, making it impossible to dig until dusk. How Professor Herbert managed to find the location in these vast plains of nothingness remains a mystery to me. When I asked him about the tomb again, he told me about the legend of Tin Hanan, the mother of us all. An interesting story in its own right, but I can't help feeling there's more. Later that evening, we uncovered a passage beneath the dunes leading to a sand-covered stone structure. The professor was confident it was the tomb we sought and ordered the others to clear the way late into the dark, cold night. Tomorrow, I shall lead the men into the ancient structure, hoping to reach the burial chamber. No matter what the professor is keeping from me, the dig should yield something interesting to take back to London and the British Museum.
Okay, see, that makes more sense. I was confused about the story, but now I understand. London is stealing shit and bringing it to their museums. Now this checks out. I mean, honestly, realism passes the vibe check. Not getting a lot of sense the library is valuable here. Yeah, England is stealing stuff? This is so immersive. Oh, I'm hearing stuff.
17th of May, 1839. My hands tremble as I write. I feel a need to document my tribulation, for I fear that my memory will fail me if I linger. Today, I took some men and ventured into the dark, ancient passage we uncovered. Our torches burned faintly in the murky air as we slowly made our way underground. The men were superstitious and fearful. They argued loudly, and I felt their strange language getting to me. I mustered my strength and yelled at them to continue down the slopes and broken steps. The crudely carved passage confused me. It looked much older than the 4th century structure we had expected. The twisting path emerged into a great antechamber. The walls were lined with statues unlike any I'd ever seen. Despite their unearthly quality, I felt a strange familiarity toward them, which haunts me still. At the far end of the chamber, a great slab of stone sealed off whatever lay ahead. I gave the order to raise it, and as I pushed through the narrow space, the heavy stone suddenly dropped, sealing me inside. I was trapped.
I mean, clearly got out though. And who's the narrator? Is the narrator us or our host? Host being, I think, this Alexander fellow that brought us in. What the shit is that? Nope. Big ol' nope. Folks, I draw the line at grand piano randomly playing. Okay. Nope. Nope. Nope, 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 nope. Oh, it's creepy outside, too. It's kind of giving, like, vampire mist outside the castle. Oh, that's a fun hallway. Okay, that's what I thought. This is where we came in. I think it's an eagle. Heraldry could be sometimes difficult to tell what was being depicted. Alright, folks, I get the sense I might be about to test my sprinting capabilities. But I don't want anyone to worry, we have a chair. This is fine. Just cockroaches. This is fine. Alright, you gotta go over there. I can only hold one chair at a time. I don't want you all getting jealous. Oh, sorry. Sorry. I have insurance for that. We're gonna hang out for a little bit. Oh my god. That is how I'm opening doors from now on. What? Nope. 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 Not cool. Not even a little bit cool. I really can't tell if this place is caving in or if I'm just losing my mind. Oh, speaking of which, what the hell?
17th May, 1839. After pounding the unforgiving stone wall for what seemed like an eternity, I realized it was hopeless. I was trapped. I fell to the ground, gasping for air, trying to focus. That's when I saw a faint blue shimmer. My weakened body was heavy to carry, but I managed to push myself toward the enchanting light.
Okay, I have control here.
It was waiting for me. Enclosed in dark nothingness, I felt myself drawn to the mystic light.
I mean, obviously you touched the mystical blue light.
I reached out, closing it in my hands.
As
The
one does.
faint glow escaped my fingers and began to spark brightly and spirit me away, unlocking alien memories of spiraling towers, endless deserts, and impossible geometry. The next thing I can remember is the grating sound of stone being lifted, the voices of the Arabs pulling me to safety, and grasped firmly in my hands was the broken pieces of a most peculiar relic.
Yoink. Ooh, two. Alright, we really gotta stop playing the piano. Uh-oh.
Much of the castle is old and hasn't been tended to for centuries. When the shadow arrives, it won't take long until things start falling apart.
We're just buying time anyway. Let's do what we can.
There isn't much to be done about the walls. We should reinforce weak structures. The ground will tremble and there's a risk everything will cave in on us, especially downstairs. Here, and there. Let's get the servants working on it.
Okay, so that was us talking to Alexander. Alexander being the person we, I guess, worked for. We're Daniel. Alexander is our employer and the one who owns this castle. I can't tell if it was Daniel or Alexander that was the one who found the blue relic. So it's not too easy to put the voices together right now. But we intentionally lost our memory, and we're supposed to go kill Alexander. And we've said that there is a darkness following us. Alexander, in that conversation we just had, has confirmed the darkness is following, but it's specifically like it's tearing down the castle, which is why they're reinforcing it. So it's some omnipresent force that simply decays everything it touches. Well, that's not great. All right, now that we need to find a new way out. will find options. Fragile but not breakable by hand. Oh ho ho ho! My specialty. I'm taking that chair with me. It's good luck. Uh-oh.
You have to be swift when you activate the first one. You hear that? If it stops, you'll have to start over.
Isn't all this a bit excessive?
You can never be too careful, Daniel.
Never be too careful. Traps? There's some sort of secret door mechanism in the local history room. Alright, secret door and traps. Well, probably just break that open and get the note. Thank you. Altstadt and Brennenburg Castle, 1801. Another region rich with lore is Altstadt, deep within the East Prussian woods. For centuries, there have been stories surrounding the hamlet and its neighbor, Castle Brennenburg. That's where we are. The quiet forest-clad mountains dressed with scattered lakes is as picturesque as can be, albeit the area is haunted by the dark. Ask any local and you will hear proof of the widespread superstition. All travelers should indulge themselves in such conversations, since it will certainly serve as exciting entertainment. All of them have their own twists on the tales, but there are some motifs that keep reappearing. The Gatherers. This story reaches all the way back to the time of the 30 Years' War. It is said that soldiers who abandoned their duty got lost in the cold, dark woods and were forever damned to roam the grounds. Their bodies, wrought by their tainted souls, have left them disfigured and empty of essence. Many have cited them over the years and described them as horrid revenants. They move silently through the woods, shying away from any beholder. They are called gatherers, as they seem to follow some ambition to steal living creatures. It is their prey which can be heard struggling inside damp burlap sacks dragged behind them, which reveals their presence. What dark scheme do they follow? A visit undone. Heinrich Cornelius Agrippa, the well-known erudite, visited Altstadt at the start of the 16th century. He resided in the local inn for a fortnight as he looked for remnants of kingdoms past. During his stay, all the prominent members of society paid notice, and he is mentioned in many records of the time. One day he went to investigate a burrow in the northwestern glades, only to be never seen again. Heinrich is known to have passed away in Grenoble some 10 years later. He dismissed the notion of ever visiting Altstadt, which makes you wonder what really happened. Who was this mysterious man who visited the sleepy hamlet in the woods, and what happened to him? So a well-known erudite, who people know, shows up to check this place out, disappears, and then is well known to have passed 10 years later and denies having ever come. Weird. The Immortal Baron. The Baron of Brennenburg lives a reclusive life with his family at his castle nearby Altstadt, and like most of those of noble birth, rumors are inherited alongside within the title. Researching the history reveals little before the castle was consumed by fire in the late 16th century. It was rebuilt by Alexander, a nobleman from the Rhinelands claiming the role as protector of the Prussian state. Alexander helped the region to flourish and remained popular throughout his presumed lifetime. The family has always been secretive when it comes to lineage and heritage, therefore the birth and death of Alexander and his offspring has never been fully recorded. This has fed the idea that the Baron is in fact the one and the same who came from the west over 300 years ago, lived through the time of occupation, and joined the coveted Order of the Black Eagle, along with the great leaders of this country. So, this Immortal Baron story, so this first of all, this is local folklore, so it doesn't make it true. But we know Alexander is the name of the person we work for, and this is the late 16th century, is what this note is talking about, where in the local time, which from now would be 300 years ago, because we're looking at 1817, they said, 1839, and so the late 16th century is nearly 300 years ago. And so now it could easily be just descendants of Alexander, but this one is interesting. I can see how they get that folklore. And we know we're dealing with supernatural, or I mean, we intentionally made ourselves forget, so presumably something so horrific happened. Okay, that's clearly a secret door. A draft and faint light are coming from behind the shelf. There must be a way in. Yeah, so there's an order to something. I bet books. That one too. And that one. Hey, there's the key. Wine cellar, perfect. Ooh. Okay, we're fine. That door opened. I've decided to believe that this door opening is fine. And it's not a prelude to me being murdered. As naive as a belief that may be. What the f-